good people. Welcome to my channel. This is Sizwe Gcilitshana. Welcome to my space for to talk with Gcilitshana, and I'm with Sizwe Gcilitshana as my guest. Again, he's back talking about business, of course. So today we're going to talk about another very interesting topic that I think anyone who's a business owner or entrepreneur, it's vital that you listen to this video. We're going to be talking about business plan. Business plan, I know sometimes you think about business plan as only for people that have big businesses or you want to get a funding. But actually, Suzy is going to explain it to us. You know what? It's not about you having a big business or wanting the funding. It's something that is important. It's a very important tool that you need to have so that you can grow your business. So Suzy is going to navigate to us this topic. Suzy, welcome to my space. Njani.
Hi, thank you, Gcilitshana, for inviting me. I'm very well. I'm doing good. I hope you're good on your side too.
I'm good. Okay, for those who don't know you, I can't assume that everybody knows you. Yeah. Who is Sizwe and what drives you as a person?
Yeah, okay. Sizwe is a whole lot of a person, but in summary, I'm just someone who's passionate about this small business and entrepreneurship space. And I've got a background in finance, I work as an auditor. So everything is got to do with business and numbers, and and especially small businesses and and entrepreneurs, people that are starting, and then So that's my space.
Good. And that's why I said, you know what, I can't discuss this topic with anyone else but you, because I know you're very passionate about business, growing businesses based on your experiences and other projects that you have done in the past. So can you take us through, as Gcilitshana, being a business owner, small businesses, why do you think it is important for me to have a business plan?
Yeah, well, business plan is it's very crucial. I think it's like a steering it's like a steering wheel in a car. It's something every person who's running a business, they need to have a business plan. The size will differ according to the size of the business. I always say, if you're a spaza shop, you also need a business plan. It must be a small, like a 1 or 2 pager, but you're not having it. It's it's at a disadvantage. So business plan is that critical. It's like a tool that every business owner should have, because it will guide them. Or it's like a map. It's like a map where you're trying to find a path to a certain destination. So you need that. So it's that important. I don't know. It's as important as waking up every day and not knowing what to do and just doing the same thing. So a business plan, it's a tool that will, I always put it this way, actually. A business plan is the thoughts or the ideas of the business owner put on paper.
Yes.
Where he wants to be in a year's time, 3 years' time, in 5 years' time. And how is he going to get there? And what is bigger picture? So you as a business owner, you got to put your ideas on paper in a plan. So that is, in a nutshell, or in just simple practical terms, without using the definition dictionary and all that stuff. Just putting your thoughts on paper.
Yes.
And your ideas.
Okay, good. I think now I get it. It's just a tool. It's a put your thoughts on the paper. It is a plan that one needs, when you're doing your business. But now tell me, having a small business, let's say I'm having a tuck shop, do you think it's useful for me to have a business plan?
Yes, absolutely. I would say.
Sorry. Also for, like, if I'm selling hair on an online, because normally I don't have a business, like a space that I run with my hair business. Do you think I still need to have a business plan?
Yeah, absolutely. The moment you register a business, what is your plan? That's what the business plan is answering. What is your plan? You're like, I want to be in business. People start things because they're passionate about it, and or they see the need in the market or the gap, or they're like, I love doing this, and then I think there are people who need it. But then you ask them, so what's your plan about it? How are you gonna do it? Who are you gonna sell it to? Who are your customers? So as you go down in the detail what constitute a business plan, you see, because it helps you to answer certain questions. to say, who are you selling your hair to? Why do they need it? Or the tuck shop, who are buying from you? And then what if someone else opens what if someone opens a tuck shop next to you? How do you react to that? When you don't have a business plan, you struggle sometimes to do that. But when you have a plan, you already assess that to say, if there's a competitor, what will be different about my tuck shop? What will be different about my hair or my service? So a business plan answers those things.
Interesting, because Nyani, sometimes you get into business because you see people are doing it well in this industry, and you don't have a plan in place, and you think that everything's just going to fall from the sky and things are just going to move forward without even putting effort, without putting that tool in place and having your thoughts in the writing to say, this is what I want to achieve in the next 2 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So after, I think I get it after you just explained, because it's all about who are your target market. You have competitors. How are you going to differentiate yourself from the other competitors? But now, tell me, now I have this business plan. So what are the things that are put onto the business plan? Can you just break it down to me? Okay, what is it that is important in a business plan?
Okay, in a summary theoretical manner, I'll just sort of read them out, but then try and explain as well, because people need to understand. Sometimes, or most of the time, people don't do business plans by themselves. They hire someone, a professional like an accountant or a lawyer or a consultant to do it for them. But you're not understanding it, because those people are going to give you the product that talks about you, but you don't understand what it means. So people need to understand these things, even if you don't do it yourself. You get someone, but you got to understand. So a business plan, in a summary or in a nutshell, is that it's a document that's supposed to have your company profile. That means is that you got to have your vision for it, to say where do you see your business in the future. You gotta have your mission or your objective, to say what are you trying to achieve every day, every week, every month. And then you gotta set goals, short-term goals, that this is what I want to do. And then all of those things, and then you put values as well. Some people put values to say, this is what our business is going to value. For example, you're delivering hair, that you're going to value that you don't have customer complaints. You're going to value honesty, that if a customer pays more, you refund their product. Even your staff, for example, you got to define values so that it becomes a culture in a business, that people understand that in this business, they value these things. Even the customers will start trusting you once they see those values, that you go the extra mile, and then you got to have those things in a business plan. They fall under something called, sort of a company profile or just a business background. You say, tell us more about your business. That is the first section. And then the second section, but there's no order how you put them, but there's always this logic is that introduce your product. What is your product? Go in detail to define it. If you're selling hair, what types of hair are you selling? So someone can have an idea to say, oh, they're selling this hair, they are made there, and they, how they manufacture them, or you're selling a tuck shop. What will be in a tuck shop, and what services are you offering? So you give a description on that. And then the other part, I think these are the most important one, that a research. You got to do research about the industry you're in. You got to do a research about the market that you're in. For example, you go in an industry that is, that is not, that actually it's just about to collapse. It's booming. People are making money. And then you go in an industry that's about to collapse. And then you join 6 months later, the industry, they tell, oh no, that industry is not doing well. They're closing it. Some people have done that because it's lack of research. And also the market. You got to understand the market that is buying from you. Spend time, do research. Sometimes do like interviews with couple of people. You ask colleagues, you ask family, if I was selling this, would you buy it? How much would you pay for it? Just test. You do it. So they fall under something called industry and market research. You got to do that. And then you also gotta have an operational plan. That is, how are you gonna operate? For the simple things like, what time are you gonna open? What are your opening hours, closing hours? How many times a week you're gonna sell? The staff complement you're gonna have, or you're planning to have. Who's gonna be doing what? Who's heading the business? You also got a structure to say, maybe I'm gonna have 3 people. You're gonna have as the leader or as a manager, and then you're gonna have people assisting you. You put those in place. It gives you an idea to say, oh, I've got enough people, or I'll need more in the future. and then you put those things on paper, and then you go to the other section called sales and marketing. At least in some areas, you don't have to go big on this, but with social media now, you can capitalize on sales and marketing to say, how are you going to reach your customers wherever they are? You use social media. So you do a breakdown of those things. And then the other important one is financial projections, that is planning to say, I always say numbers don't lie, and they don't lie. Some people, when they do business plan, they tend to inflate their numbers. But now you got to substantiate those numbers to say, if you say you're planning to make 10,000 Rand, how are you going to make it? How many customers, you're going to sell that product to make 10,000 a month? And then someone says, I'm going to make 10,000 the first month. In 3 years, I foresee that I'm going to double my revenue. How are you going to double your revenue? At least you got to have evidence, some research to say, after 3 months in this industry, things tend to peak because people, once they get hooked to the product, and then they come and buy for more, and then you have those things. You got to have projections about your sales. You got to have projections about your operational cost. You got to have projections about things as like salaries as well. Just an estimate to say how much, and then you tend to see now the profitability to say, okay, the first 2-3 years, maybe the first 6 months I'm going to be making losses, and after that I'm going to go towards break even, and then maybe in the second or third year I'll start seeing profits. So you put that on a paper. And then it gives a clear picture now to say, this is how the business is going to be going, And then that's a business plan in a nutshell to say, but it's a whole lot than that I've just explained. I'm just thinking about time so that we don't go in detail, but there's a whole lot in each section that you need to understand as a business owner, and just understand it at a high level. What does it mean? So that if, for example, you had planned that you're going to break even after 18 months, and then you're seeing 18 months, you're still making losses, you got to go back to the drawing board and assess, where did you go wrong? And then, or did I overestimate or underestimate? What was the data that I was using my research? So you got to have those things in place on a paper so that you understand. So that is, that is a business plan in a nutshell.